Hi, my fellow Geminis. I'm a Gemini moon. This is for Gemini sun, moon, or rising. Doesn't matter. Some of you are intuitively guided. Thank you for trusting your intuition. And some of you may be here just checking up on a Gemini's energy. And if that's the case, just be open to, it's like your spirit guides know that. You know what I mean? So they're going to reach you. So be open to messages too. So, anyway, we are going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use the Mother Mary for our words of wisdom, the Gilded Tarot to clarify, and I decided to use the Psychic Tarot for the main spread. Not a deck I use very often, and one of the main reasons is because sometimes it throws me off, like the colors aren't, like for Pentacles aren't green, like the traditional way, and it may, I don't like to get into that part of my head where I have to think. But then again, what I've really learned is I don't really go by the meaning of the cards so much anyway. I go by what I'm feeling. I go by my intuition. I go by my spirit guide, your guides. So I'm really enjoying them now. Long story short. Short story long. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and get into your reading. Let's start with Mother Mary. Go ahead and give it a shuffle or two. Everything's already pre-shuffled. It's interesting because with myself having a Gemini moon, I have a Virgo sun, and like my outer world has just been like, I don't know, crazy. Like I fall and I break my foot. Come on, I never do that. My channel, Archangel Guidance, got hijacked, and YouTube won't give it back. They want more and more information, which is impossible for me to get because I have to have access to the channel. It's crazy. So, there goes my business. There goes, it just felt like it's like someone took my business and locked the front door and won't give me the key back. So, but I feel like my Gemini moon is what's been keeping me and holding me together. Because I still feel like inspired to read. And Jennifer, my daughter, was kind enough to let me, I feel like I hijacked her channel. But she's allowing me to post on her channel. Until, or, who knows, maybe where I stay. So anyway. But I feel like, I still know I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay. Well, you got 3 down, and you got 1 up. No, you got 4 down. Or 4 up, I'm sorry. We're definitely gonna look at these. We have signs. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continuously sends. Signs. That alone is a great sign. Well, hello, miracle. Miracle. I feel like some of us just took a deep breath like, oh, we need that. We need that. So clearly there's some type of sign that's going to lead us in that direction. I trust in God to know the perfect solution to this situation. Sometimes that means I gotta have to let go of control certain things and just go with the flow. Sobriety. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. Sobriety. Open your heart. Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions especially all forms of love. Open your heart. There's signs, because there's a miracle. You need a clear mind maybe to see this sign. And clearly it has some type of emotional attachment because it's connected to your heart. And then we have health. Health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. It's down. So maybe you don't know that yet. Okay, well, we're not going to read all of them at the end. But we're definitely going to read signs and probably miracles. And I feel like the rest is more energy than anything. Okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle for your cards. I don't know if I even said this is for March 2023. Though, you know, time is fluid, but I don't know if I even said that. Alright, well, hello. Material harvest. I believe that's the Nine of Pentacles. Material harvest. First card. Financial and material changes. Interesting. There's like this material harvest, and then there's a change in the finances. Well, the waiting game. Rest and rejuvenate. And then shadow. This is the moon. You know, it's interesting because I feel like over here, this is more of a slowing down type of energy. Over here is more, to me, an action-oriented type energy, right? Material harvest. That means that, especially because it's a 9, this is talking about you. This is the individual. This is because of what you've done, what you're putting in, or the willingness to do that. You know, some of you, listen, maybe even your health had you down for a minute, and it's like while you were down, like you may have found yourself like on a different path, because it does feel like there's change. Well, I mean, it's right here. And I don't feel that like that. I don't feel like it's a negative thing at all. And then the moon, right? The moon, I think about like dreamy type energy. So some of you, it could be like, this is what I'm dreaming of. So, you know, I feel like if that's your dream, keep dreaming it. You know, this person, let me bring this lid down. This person in the 9 Pentacles is, you know, kind of like in a Zen state, right? Open to receiving. Maybe this is when they receive at night. Well, hello, love begins. The Ace of Cups. Interesting, because I feel like By the way, sitting next to Pisces, also the ruler of Cancer. We just had Pisces new moon. Look at this, another 9. Solitude. Under the waiting game. You know, it's like she's got this book open, right? She's reading from this book as she sits under this time glass. What do you call this? An hourglass. You know, as time is going by, it feels like, even though this is, you know, this is a 9 of Swords, so this is really an energy about worry, but I feel like this person feels kind of almost like I'm learning about something that maybe I didn't even know I was going to learn about. Another 9. Reflection, self. Look at that. Deception and envy. Mirrored by the moon called shadow here. Alright, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have patience. This is temperance. That really is her main lesson. You know, and what that means is sometimes it's, you know, like saying those prayers and then releasing it to, you know, releasing it. And then just watch or wait. I don't even know if I want you to wait because, well, you know, at the same time, like, I feel like maybe for some reason, you had to go into like some form of solitude, you know, maybe it was during COVID or something like that. But I feel like this person's being inspired. She's learning. And there may be someone who is like envy of her and her talent. You know, almost like, you know, whatever she's doing. And it's right next to the love begins, but it's the Ace of Cups. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's bring it down just a hair. Intuition. Under temperance, intuition, you know, it tells you how important your intuition is going to be with signs being here. We have the King of Swords. I'm just going to show him. I'm not going to put him in the reading. He wants to come in. That's okay. But I feel like I need to shuffle. So I'm just going to put him out there. Can be you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Look at that, the 7 of Swords again. I just feel like someone is it's not so much about, you know, are they untrustworthy? I feel like someone is envious of you. And I feel like, you know, I feel like in both places they're open. And even with the change, like her hand's wide open. Like she's open to that change. So the 7 of Swords coming over again, it's almost like, again, someone You know, I feel like someone wishes they knew or they could do what you could do. But they can't. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. My risk taker. Then we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups coming over the the waiting game. Let's call it the waiting game. We have the Sun. Just good news. You know, nothing against the shadow or the moon. But when the Sun is here, everything's illuminated. So, you know, whatever or whoever this Seven of Swords is, this, for some of you, someone who is envious of you, but also deceptive. You're going to know it. It's going to be clear. You know, when the sun comes out, there's nowhere to hide. You know, what's done in the dark shall come to the light. Some of you, I feel like you literally need to get outside. Probably talking to me too. In nature, in particular. I feel like you need that. You know, well, what if I don't have that around me? I don't know. You know, play with the plant. You know what I mean? Like, get yourself a plant. And love that plant. And grow that plant. And, you know what I mean? Anyway, we have Judgment. You know, Judgment is, I feel like your spiritual team. It is much like Temperance. I shouldn't say that because Temperance is really about patience. And Judgment is about the present moment. You know, our blessings, our miracles, they come to us in the present moment. We need, you know, sometimes like, you know, we need to be able to see the signs. But the sun is here to illuminate them. You know, it's almost like you are talking to your guides when you're sleeping. And, you know, like, and they're advising you. I don't know if you know it. We have the Knight of Wands coming over this Ace of Cups. Well, this is fast-moving energy, first of all. So no wonder Judgment is like, hey, I need you now. I need you in the present moment. You know, maybe there does need to be some type of change, and maybe you do need to take that risk. But I feel like, you know, believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Bet on yourself, because, you know, I feel like you're the one that holds the harvest. And even if you've like found yourself like alone, but then like something piqued your interest and maybe it's opening up a new path, trust that. You know, it's almost like, well, this is your confirmation. Anyway, so we have the Knight of Wands. This is fast moving energy. This is passionate type energy. And then we have the Emperor. Card of Aries. I feel like there's a few of you who may take the time out to have a baby. You may feel like this is the time, and maybe you've been like patiently waiting But I feel like, you're going to. Anyway, this is the father figure card. But I have to say also, I feel like because this is the energy that's moving towards you. First of all, this could certainly be business ownership. It can be twofold, because I feel like there is something that some of you were inspired towards, and listen, you may question it, you may question it now, and I feel like this is kind of your confirmation, especially, like the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Emperor, like, the business ownership, like who reaps the benefits of my hard work? I do. I do. Now, in another way, I see Judgment calling you to the present moment, and some of you may be like having these dreams. And these dreams, I feel like you would remember because you may wake up and question them, that type of thing. And it may be like someone who's coming towards you. And, I feel like your spiritual team is like, this is like fiery type energy. And it's interesting because we are moving into the time of Aries. Or we're into the time of Aries. We have the Queen of Cups right above. I feel like the Queen of Cups is someone who definitely, let's just say, if this is talking about a relationship, if this is someone who wants to be in a relationship, you know what I mean? Also, real quick, I just feel like for someone also, like there may have been like this couple, and one of them, let's just say, I feel like needed to overcome something, and I feel like it was something like mentally. Now, when I say mentally, it doesn't mean it may be like maybe I have I'm married or something, but I'm going to get a divorce, that type of thing. So it's something that you're like, I can't stop thinking about. Anyways, I feel like they went through something. Because I feel like this queen up here is like patiently waiting. But I feel like, well, you would know because the sun is here, and I feel like, perhaps this person is free. Anyway, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Okay. Five of Wands coming over the Seven of Swords. That's kind of difficult energy. It's being mirrored by Judgment, though. But also the Moon. So let's talk about that. The Five of Wands is a lot of ego type energy. It's type of energy where I feel like your spirit guides would say to you, what I'm looking for in here, like, why am I matching their energy? What is it that I'm looking for? Is it an apology? What have you? Does it matter? Does it even matter? Because I feel like ultimately the answer is no. And I'm saying that because of the energy it's coming over, dishonest energy anyway. Almost like, whatever I think I want to hear, it probably won't be the truth anyway. Now, this may be something that you have been overcoming. But in the same breath, like, it's almost like then this person becomes an ex, and then almost like they're jealous of, my success or my abilities. Maybe you're on your way to success. So I do feel that. Okay. I want to go right underneath them too. You know, and I feel like, listen, I feel like if this is someone who's been around me, like they probably have been telling me things to make me think that I'm not as capable as I am. Because I feel like there's something, well, look at this, and the Hermit falls out. You all shall, and I'm Virgo. This is Virgo. And we share Mercury, so I have a lot of Mercury. But I also feel like, you know, it's coming. First of all, this lantern is illuminating the moon. So it's like the light through the dark. I feel like the Hermit is about the wisdom that you've gained. A lot of nines here. So it's about, maybe it's more than, you know, maybe there is something that has become habit, right? Maybe for some reason, you know, this Seven of Swords energy, I seem to attract it, and it seems to find me, and, you know, that type of thing. But I, you know, and I think once you have an awareness, like, am I creating a pattern? You can break it. And I feel like that almost lifts you immediately, right? It's almost lifts your vibration. And, you know, when you have a higher vibration, like those with the lower vibration, they feel it, you know, and they don't, and I mean it in a way like, let's say it's romantically, like, you know, like she's above me, he's above me, you know. I don't know. Anyways, I feel like you have the wisdom now to proceed. We have the Queen of Swords. We did see that King of Swords in the beginning, remember? And then we have the Fool. So there's that new beginning, right? All these nines are reflecting. Maybe I'm reflecting. Maybe I'm just trying to figure myself out, right? So I'm reflecting, you know, upon my thoughts and how I think, and why am I thinking that way, and who planted those seeds, and why am I nurturing those seeds? You know, those seeds are a waste of my time, a waste of my energy. I need to nurture my own seeds, you know. And then your emotional house, same thing, like, you know, and I can't figure it all out. I can't know it all. Eventually you will, you know, just be in a different dimension. The Fool. Taking a chance. Taking a leap of faith. You know, and it may be that King of Swords that we cut out. We have another 9. Look at that. So, you know, again, it's reflection. It's reflection upon, you know, I can't control someone, you know, I mean, it's shitty energy, but I can't control, you know, someone who, or I have to understand that there's some people that maybe don't want to see me do well, you know, and may try to fill my head in the wrong way. But I got to know that. I got to be, you know, I'm smarter than they are, right? They're trying to con me in a way. And, you know, and listen, some can be like almost professional. But sooner or later, your intuition is going to be like, hey. Anyway, It's not about judging you, at all. The Fool is really free and clear from the past. So I feel like whatever the past has brung, and it does feel like some things were difficult, you've gained the wisdom ultimately, or you can, or you shall, especially with Judgment above here. And some of you, it's like while you're sleeping. And maybe this Queen is now, I want to say, single, independent. Let's look at the good nines, right? Material harvest, potential business ownership. It can mean, the manager also. It can be promotions. But something is giving her, I feel like, you a new beginning. Okay. I feel like this is kind of, maybe I meant to leave it there, but I feel like I want to just go across just the middle of the spread, because I feel a little incomplete. I don't know. But the Empress. Now we have the Emperor and the Empress. And that's interesting because I want to go across the middle of the spread, and then we have Judgment with the Knight of Wands here, right? Fast, passionate type energy. Well, I feel like the Empress is definitely going to enjoy that. And they're different. Look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. Kind of ties them together. Interesting, because I feel like they're different, but they complete each other at the same time. The nines are crazy on the board. So, think about that. You know what I mean? I don't even know how many nines there are now. At least 5, I want to say. But success again. Especially self-employment. Nine of Pentacles, it did take my focus. I'm the one who's building it. But I feel like it's interesting because what connects, it's almost like my creative house to almost like the other half. Maybe it's a soulmate, maybe it's a twin type energy, is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we do have the Ace of Cups right here, though. Look at this. Wow. Okay, I just knew this reading wasn't over. Look at this, the Four of Wands, which is my favorite love card. Excuse me. This is two people who are committing the rest of their lives to each other. Now, I could have done that before, right? I could have been married before. But something's different here. This is two people who want to be together. And it is connecting the Emperor and the Empress. And it doesn't even matter your sign, though it does matter your energy. The Empress, loving, nurturing, strong, wise. She trusts her own energy above all. She is someone who receives a lot of epiphanies. I feel like some of you are receiving a lot of epiphanies, signs. Maybe you're feeling this Emperor. It's almost like if I put a business together, I'd put the Empress out front and I'd let the Emperor take care of the books. What do I have? Anyway, the Four of Wands. The marriage card. That's what it's called. Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Patience, my child. And I feel like when the universe is asking for, it's interesting because I feel like patience is here. But yeah, judgment is here, which is a call to the present moment. And signs, and then a miracle. But then I feel like, you know, but it also takes your participation. And I feel like these 9s, this reflection, you know, I don't feel like it's a long stretched out time. But I feel like there's a lot to be gained from it. And, you know, and then I feel free. I feel free. It's like I don't carry any baggage with me. I feel free. I don't know, guys. 4 of Wands, love, marriage, commitment. Can be even blended families. It can maybe it started in your creative house. Who knows? I feel like I don't want to put any limits on it, because really the sky is the limit. All right. Let's read signs. Sun, everywhere, sun. This card is a message for you to pay close attention to the signs that come to you in answer to your prayers. These can include a song that you hear, words that you read, a sight that you see, a conversation you overhear, and so forth. The possibilities are unlimited. Signs tend to repeat themselves until you notice them and take some form of action. However, it's also possible to notice one the first time it presents itself. As you listen to these signs, you get a sense of heaven's continuous participation in your life, which helps you feel safer and more loved. You can also pray for clarification if you don't understand a sign. After all, Mother Mary and the angels want to clearly communicate their love to you. Beautiful. Sorry. You know, it's like I never cough until I start recording a video. It's so weird. All right, miracle. You asked for miracles, and they're given. Even if you can't imagine how your present situation can be resolved, God's infinite wisdom contains the solution. This card offers reassurance that a miracle is manifesting for you and your loved ones. It appears in a completely unexpected way. Oh boy. Mother Mary offers you strength and support during this time. She is a source of great emotional comfort and healing. Lean upon her, especially if your faith wavers. Remember that God works with divine timing. There it is. And may give you guidance as the necessary steps for you to take to bring the miracle about. Wow. I feel like those two cards tied perfectly together. I'm glad I read them. I almost wasn't going to read them, but I'm glad I read them. And I think I'm going to leave it there. What a reading, guys. You know, it's funny because a lot of people don't stick around to the end. And thank you for those who do. But I feel like it's the end that gives us like the gratification, you know, the potential, the unlimitedness. The beginning is like working through the issues, you know, getting to this point. So anyway, it's almost like they need to see the end. I actually recommended it on Taurus's reading. I like watch the last 10 minutes. If you don't like long readings, like watch the last 10 minutes if it doesn't grab you, because it was pretty wild. You know, shut it off. But if it does grab you, watch the video from the beginning so you understand it. So anyway, here I am still talking, and I'm talking about long videos. I love you guys. I thank you for your donations, especially during this time. It's been very, very difficult. It's like I'm almost thinking about getting a job outside of the house, and I don't want to. Like, I don't want to. Yeah, like I haven't done that in a long time. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subbing. This is Jen's channel. But we're going to do a lot of collaborations together too. She's busy. She's got children, young children. I'm not. I have no children. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just me and Sam. And so I can read a lot more. But I do read long readings. So, anyways, I gotta stop talking. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.